we are in a religion and we are actually practicing something, still it's not quite satisfactory. But we have this propensity to sacrifice and to serve. And if we are not guided properly, then we can cause havoc in the name of another, in the name of religion. Trying to help, trying to become satisfied like this. Recently this was a big news in India, like the past couple of days. 2008 November, there was actually a terrorist attack in India. And this was caused by a terrorist group with the Muslim faith. And their goal is unimaginable. I mean, like, we cannot, an ordinary person cannot understand, like, how could anybody believe this or follow this? Anyway, the guy behind, the brainchild behind this terrorist attack, he was actually caught a couple of days ago as he flew into India for another attack. He was planning another attack. And the Indian police, being so smart, they actually captured him. And it opened a can of worms in the sense that they were interrogating him, and he told that I got help from the Pakistani government to be able to do this. When he did this attack in Mumbai in 2008, he actually said that the Pakistani people actually helped him. So it's like a big news. And there was actually a documentary a while ago I saw about this attack, where like 500, 450 innocent people were just like butchered for no reason. And the guy who just got caught a couple of days ago, believe it or not, his name is Abu Hamza. In Sanskrit, Hamza means a swan, swan-like personality. So this terrorist's name was Abu Hamza, and he sent a group of 10 guys to India in a boat from Pakistan, and on the other side he's in the control room using a phone to guide them. And if you actually see this documentary, the documentary has actually recorded the conversation. It's unimaginable, unbelievable how somebody could be like so cold-hearted. As soon as the guys land, they get a call, and they're talking very respectfully to each other, like. And the guys who were supposed to do the job, they answer the phone, and the guy on the other side, Abu Hamza, is saying like, okay, now your first mission is to kill everybody on the boat, all the captain. And the guys are asking, how should we do this? Okay, kneel him down, tie his hands behind his back and shoot him on the head. This is how it starts. And then the next mission is you take a cab and you go to different destinations, like the train stations and the really fancy hotels. And then the taxi, as soon as you get off the taxi, you actually shoot the taxi driver, and then you go into a train station and you just fire as many people as you could. It's a true story. And the police in India, they were not expecting any of this. These guys had this old like revolvers with like 5 bullets or something. And these guys have like this really fancy, automated guns, and they just come and wipe out everybody. And they get a call and they're telling him, the guy from Pakistan is telling these guys, okay, you have to go to the Jewish community, because one Jewish, don't ask me why, but one Jewish is equal to 50 Hindus. So you go and kill everybody in the building. And they just killed everybody, like children, pregnant women, old people, just innocent people. It's just unbelievable. And they were in this really fancy hotel, it's called the Taj Hotel. and they captured like 20 people and made them face the wall, and they're like shooting one by one, and then they came across this couple in the middle of the line, and they realized these guys were Muslim couple. So they went up to them and said, oh, you guys are our brothers and you don't deserve to die, you please go, this is for the non-believers, this kind of treatment. And the couple, the older couple, they're giving interview, they couldn't believe that they were actually released, and they couldn't believe. And they couldn't even walk. The floor was just covered with blood. They were actually tripping and falling on dead bodies to be able to escape and run for life. So this kind of activities somebody is doing, but only for a simple reason. Because they have the heart unsatisfied and they're looking for a solution. The perverted reflection of the love for Supreme is turned into this hatred. And the guys, one of them out of 10, were actually caught. Because all the other guys, they were given instruction, okay, now you ran out of your dry fruits and water and like this, and you're feeling weak after fighting for 3 days, they're going to capture you, so you better go out and fight as much as you can and die like that, glorious death. And did that, and one, they actually captured him alive. And they're asking him, like, what was the instruction that was given to you? Oh, just to do that. Do what? Just kill anyone, everyone that's not a Muslim. And why did you do that? Oh, they gave us like 3 lakh rupees to my father so my sister can get married. Just for 3 lakhs you did this kind of things? Yes. So where are you going? To Allah? I'm going to the paradise. They were completely convinced. It's amazing. So everybody is looking for this love and to be loved, but without direction. Krishna explains in the Bhagavad Gita that there is actually religion in the mode of passion, mode of ignorance, and mode of goodness. So goodness means compassion, charity, purity, non-violence, truthfulness, cleanliness. Passion means, like expecting fruitive results, material desires like this. Mode of ignorance means just this, we're not trying to criticize or talk down on any religion, but I'm sure like what Muhammad taught was so beautiful and pure. What Christ taught was so beautiful and pure. But the followers, they lose it along the way. So the Vedas, the ancient yoga texts actually explain, within the heart of every living entity there is this propensity to sacrifice and to love. But when it's misdirected, then it causes havoc. That's what we're experiencing in this world. I was also watching this documentary. They were actually showing different species of life, and they were showing the film of this spider, this really big, vicious, venomous black spider, and she's given she's laid like so many eggs, like maybe like 200 of them, and all of them hatched, and this little dark, envious little spiders are coming out. And again she lays another 200 eggs with all the energy she's got. But these eggs are like dummy eggs. They only like food for the teeny spiders because they cannot go and hunt yet. And the teeny spiders, they actually eat all these little eggs and they get nourishment for a little bit. But then again, they don't know how to hunt and they're hungry, and the mother can't lay any more eggs, she's weak. So the mother goes and just encourages them to cover her and eat her up. So all these 200 spiders, the baby one, they just cover like her, like all over her body, and just like start eating her, sucking her life force, and just ate the whole thing. And the documentary says this is like the ultimate maternal sacrifice. We think like human beings, we are so special and we like very sacrificed. But compared to this, you know, we wouldn't do that. So you see the propensity, so much love is there. It's not an ordinary thing for a mother. If a human being sacrificed herself, her life. I know this true story. I'm sorry to be so graphic, but I'm trying to get a point across. There were actually a family in a boat in the river Ganges. And this Ganges was actually infested with man-eating crocodiles. And the family went on a pilgrimage, and this little kid is actually playing in the waters, and all of a sudden one crocodile caught the hand of this kid. Can you imagine the situation? And the boatman is telling him, oh my God, you know, I know what's going to happen. Either we sacrifice this kid or it's going to break the boat with the tail, because Indian boats are so frail and made of old wood, and it's going to break the boat with this tail and we're all going to die, so you have to decide what you want to do. And they didn't have any weapon or anything to cut off the child's hand and let it go like that. Nothing. So finally the parents took all the jewelry off the child and pushed the child in the water. True story. So this is how human beings sacrifice. But the animals, in a sense, they're better, that the spider actually sacrificed herself. And they were showing the lioness. You know, everybody is scared of lions. But she has so much affection for her cub. Because the male lions don't do much. You know, they don't hunt, you know, they only come when she's on heat and go away. But then when she gives birth to the cubs, she has to go and hunt and breastfeed them. On top of that, the male lions are so envious of their cubs, they actually come to kill the cubs because they don't want any competition, they don't want any male cubs growing up and being a competition. They have a territory. And the female lion fights like anything and even distracts them and, you know, does all kinds of tricks to save the cubs from the hyenas and all kinds of things that could easily eat the small cub. So as long as, you know, the point is that loving propensity is there, no matter what species we are in, because the species is just like, you know, a dress. The real thing within is the spirit soul. And the spirit soul is part and parcel of the Supreme Soul, Krishna. So, even if we have like lots of knowledge and opulence and comforts, as long as we don't have this love for the Supreme, we will never become happy. It doesn't matter, even if we are within a religion, if this thing is not addressed, this heart issue, we will never become happy. Like this famous Buddhist, he was actually meditating in the Himalayas. And he was meditating for 5 years. Severe meditation, like eating only some carrots every other day, controlling the senses so, you know, strictly, bathing in cold waters, dressed very simply, and, you know, like this kind of meditation. Not a joke. For 5 years. I mean, if any of us could do that for a week, you know, it would be a great thing. So this guy was doing it for 5 years, and the local farmer had a transit